y'all. It's season 3 of the Be Your Own Kind podcast, and we humbly thank you for tuning in. Be Your Own Kind's mantra is there is never an inopportune time to be yourself. In other words, be you without apologies. In this season, I will be presenting nuggets and interviewing individuals that are creating their lane and rocking it. Be sure to check out the featured businesses in the description box and follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and pretty much every platform. Okay, now let's take flight. Well, hello, Candice. How are you today?
Hi.
Candice, my cousin, and we've had an interesting start, but it's been funny nevertheless.
It ain't even interesting. It's been horrible. Pure trash. You got so much technology, you don't know what to goddamn do with it. That's the problem.
Yes, that is the problem. I was just saying that I have to use my iPad for certain stuff, my phone for certain stuff, my laptop. Yeah. I guess if you really know what you're doing, you don't have to use those different things, but clearly
right, and the systems you're using, and obviously I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well, we are here now, and because there's so much to talk about, and I love chatting away with my cousin, we're just gonna do like random shows and just talk about what's to talk about. Like today, I think it is appropriate that we're talking about fatphobia because I forgot that Lizzo was crying.
Okay, let's get to that, right? Because this is the thing. First off, I want to say I was one of the people. I was like, what the hell is fatphobia, right? Because I didn't know what it was. So I read about it, and I was like, oh, this shit is real, right?
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Lizzo is crazy because it's like this girl is a vegan, which, I mean, eating a vegan is okay, but she's trying to be healthy, right? Because everybody putting that pressure on her. But yet, she's still getting backlash because she's big and she's black, right?
Right.
But you got, and ain't nothing against Sweetie, but you got Sweetie who is skinny and she partner with McDonald's, right? For her menu and stuff. You don't hear no backlash from that. And prior to McDonald's, she had like this, I guess, a series where she'll eat weird stuff. Like that, yeah, like she'll just make up concoctions and stuff. It was like all fat, nothing healthy. Ain't nobody said anything about her health or her weight and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks because it's like Lizzo could be eating a damn banana and there's something wrong with her eating a banana.
Well, I just think because Lizzo, like when she came out, she was all about this body. I'm loving who I am. I'm loving in my skin. Then 1 minute she want to lose weight. Then 1 minute she want to be heavy. Then 1 minute she's showing her butt. Then 1 minute. I just think people are not gathering like what her objective is. And I think they're getting lost in the sauce. I hate to say that, but like because 1 minute, and I think her whole point, in my opinion, is just because you're heavy don't mean you don't practice, healthy habits.
Right.
It's not easy losing weight, and it's easy for someone that has never been over 200 pounds to get down on someone that's 2 and up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not an easy thing. It's an emotional thing, which I understand. I understand her crying. I understand her gripes because I do the same thing. So, so I get that, but I think it's just the fact of, okay, when she loved herself as she was, it was a problem. And now when she tries to do something, it's a problem. I just think that people just nitpick, and it depends on who the person is. Because good point. McDonald's is probably the worst thing you could ever eat.
Right. But y'all not like, there are people, but it's not like a lot of people like how Lizzo's getting backlash. God forbid if Lizzo did something with McDonald's. Oh my God. They would have been talking about it for days. So it just sucks, right? And then also too, it's like people forget that celebrities are human.
Right.
Like this girl is human. All she's trying to do is live her life. But y'all got a problem with that. And I get, and this goes back to fatphobia, because it seems like when a big person or a fat person is happy with themselves, right? Somebody got a picnic at something. Like somebody posted a picture somebody can post a picture, right? Like maybe I post a picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm doing a TikTok. I'm just having fun, making a joke of myself. And then here comes somebody, oh, you got a double chin, just attacking what they can see in my fatness.
Right.
And it's like, what they got to do with anything? Like, I'm enjoying myself, and the first thing you do is attack my fatness. Like, what that has to do with anything that's going on? And
Oh, go ahead.
And I feel like, of course, there's some other issues with them, but it's just like sometimes, not all the time, it just seems like somebody could just post a picture and just be happy, and then somebody's gonna go straight to, you need to lose weight, you fat, just nitpick at that, and it's just like, why?
I feel that make people feel better about themselves. Because think about it. Everybody got something, right? But but heavyset people, you can see our flaws. You can see our struggles on the outside. So it's
I'm about to say, you can see other people's flaws.
Yeah, but it's easy to pick at us because we're supposed to be lowly. We're supposed to not love ourselves. So when we're saying, we love ourselves, they take that a different way, and they take it as, oh, you're just happy being unhealthy. No, I'm just happy being me, because I realize that this is a long road, so I'm not gonna sit and low.
I'm not gonna while I'm doing my process.
Right, to make you feel better about yourself. And at first I thought that, Lizzo was stretching a little bit or reaching a little bit when she was talking about like her being black and big. And I was like, maybe she reaching. But then I thought about Adele. And how no one ever said anything about Adele. Even when she lost weight, people are almost wishing that she gets fat again. They say she's not going to sing the same. And that's what made me realize that maybe Lizzo had a point.
It's so funny you say that. I'm going to put somebody in that catalog, right? Like Adele. Jasmine Sullivan. She's a thick girl. She lost weight. Now everybody like, oh, we like you as fat. I was looking at King of Reeves. I follow him on YouTube. He's amazing, right? And he was talking about this same thing we're kind of talking about. And he was just saying it's just crazy that fat people or fat artists that lose weight, they always gonna see them as fat. Like they never can get away from that. Even with Aretha Franklin, Luther Vandross, like Jennifer Hudson.
Yep.
She still. I read somewhere that was like she should have been big Jennifer Hudson and she would play better as Aretha. I'm like, are you kidding me? The girl can sing whether she's skinny or not. Like that ain't got nothing to do with her weight. And honestly, she probably could sing, no offense, probably a little better her octaves because she lost weight. Like people just is so fixated with fatness, and I can only blame society and Western civilization beauty, which I don't want to follow that because I ain't trying to be. Okay, I'm sorry. I done went through the whole because I about to say something mean. God don't like ugly. Anyway, so but you get what I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, so I totally understand what you're saying. I actually looked up Fatphobia because, man, my lips is a little white. I actually looked up.
Look at my nerve.
Right, wait a minute. Let me get some lip gloss up there.
Get that cocoa butter.
I keep licking my lips, and I'm like, why my lips look so white?
I saw that, and I was like, look at her lips.
I'm doing my little LL Cool J up in here, like, okay, while I struggle with this chapstick, though, I looked up Fatphobia, and it says it's defined as an irrational fear of aversion to or discrimination against obesity or people with obesity. Yep. I don't know the difference, but yeah.
Wait, people with obesity or what?
It says against obesity or people with obesity.
Okay, well that's just saying people who are against it and who have it and who are obese. That's basically what it is.
Right, but what is the fear about?
Well, okay, so this goes back to what I was saying about the beauty trends, right? It's good to be thin, right? Right. Which is funny because you can be thin and unhealthy. And that's another thing. That's a problem. They equate healthy to thin, and that's not the case. Because Lizzo is actually healthier than a lot of these skinny people. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
than these skinny people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and that's the problem where it seems that skinny equals health, fat equals unhealthy. And that's not true at all. That is not the case. And I think that's where it plays a part in the fat phobias. Is like, I don't want to get fat because I'm trying to be accepted by society terms. And it's just like, girl, love yourself, be healthy. Because at the end of the day, depending on your body type, you might not be suitable to be skinny. Like, I know for me, I know I cannot be like a size 8, 10. Like, I know I'll probably be a good 14 at best because of the way my body is shaped. And I'm okay with that, right? Because I don't want to be skinny. Like, nothing against skinny people. I just don't want to be that. Oh, Lord. Okay, my screen went out. My bad. I just don't want to be skinny because I feel like if I look skinny, I'm going to look sick. They can be like, girl, what's wrong with you? You got AIDS or something? You got cancer or something? You know what I'm saying? So that's really plays back.
Well, let's go back to that statement, because even when you lose weight, now all of a sudden you got a drug problem. Now all of a sudden you sick. It's like, it's kind of like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. And even when you do lose weight, you have made a point that people still kind of categorize you as being fat, whether you lose weight or not. But I feel like people that lose weight kind of inwardly feel that way too. Like, I know a lot of people that lost a gang of weight, but they still struggle with being small. Like, they still look in the mirror and they still see they're fat and they're like super lip. So,
or they wear like they old size clothing and it's like, no, baby girl, you're way skinnier than that. And I pray like when I lose weight, I don't get like that.
Well, that's why you do the work now, you know, while you're losing the weight, you work. And I just posted a video talking about, it's the emotion for me. Like, it's when I'm having a bad day and I can't grab a slice of cake. Like, that's what it is for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's battling that stuff and not using food as a crutch. And that's why fat phobia is stupid. That's why I don't understand fear. You're fearing our issues. Like,
no, okay, it's not really our issue, right? It's just the idea of being fat, right?
There are worse things in the world.
Exactly,
being
that's the
fat
thing.
To me, though.
And that's the thing, right? It is, but let's be real. In America, our education system is trash. These people cannot think on their own. Like, social media, I love it. It's like a curse. It's like a beautiful thing, and then it's a curse. Watch when I start talking, I'm gonna get the saying in my head. But anyway, that's another story. So it's like, while you can interact with people, it's great. But on the other hand, you gotta deal with all these stupid opinions and people just thinking off their head or doing what they do, and it's ignorant, right?
Right.
But they don't know that because no one is telling them. And then when somebody's trying to tell them, you stupid, you a bitch, you know, they call you out your name. And it's like, no, I'm trying to educate you because I really don't have to. Your ass got Google just like anybody else, or you can go read a book if you can read and educate yourself. But I'm actually sitting here taking the time to educate you, but you want to call me out my name. You know what I'm saying? So it just really goes back to people educating themselves because the school system's not doing it.
No, it's watering down, and actually they're changing some more stuff that's weird that I've read about or whatever.
We ain't finna get into that with the Texas and stuff.
Yeah.
You gonna teach the KKK being good, but take Martin Luther King and Susan B. Anthony and stuff out. Oh, okay. But you ain't racist. Okay.
Right.
Exactly. All right, girl, but you ain't racist. You ain't racist. Okay. And that's why, look, people like, I want to move to Texas. No, ma'am, I ain't raising my children in Texas. So I can go to jail because I'm going to shoot somebody. I said what I
said. So I did find like a study that was in 2009 that...
Come on with the studies.
It was evidence that people who are overweight tend to live longer than people who are underweight, normal weight, or obese. And I think that they said people who are overweight but not obese actually live longer than people whose weight was considered normal. So I think that's because all of the attempts, if you think about it.
Wait, say that again.
I think that derives from all of the weight loss attempts. Like, all the time you take a minute and you eat vegetables for that couple of months and you work out for that couple of months. Maybe that's what helping us live long.
But also too, maybe it's because maybe they really enjoy life.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
we're
of
not
times,
succumbing to social constructs, pretty much.
right.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, yeah, that probably plays a part, to be honest. But it's crazy because, and we talked about this over the phone, but when I was talking about, I don't want to call it plus size civil war or fat civil war, but when the plus size community was going at each other with the small fats, super fats, which I still think that whole breakdown, I understand why they have it, but it's stupid because at the end of the day, we all fat. But because, like, girl, when they see you, they're gonna call you fat, okay? They ain't gonna say small fats. No, they're gonna call you
But
fat.
that's on the same wavelength as colorism. Like you the same race, but you don't like somebody because they're a shade lighter or darker than you. So I think there's always stuff in place
Yeah,
to add
to divide.
separation in any in
Right.
any community.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You so right. So, but it's just like that whole situation is crazy because there are girls who are not plus size. Because a size 10 and 12 is not plus size. Okay?
No.
Like, that's my opinion. I done worked with Lane Bryant for almost 10 years. And when I was working, we did not have a size 10, 12. We had a 14 and up, sweetheart. Okay? So that was it. Then, I feel like, so it's a lot of things, right? I feel like the fashion world, and man, I did a TikTok on this and I had it. But anyway, it's a lot of things that came to play to add the 10 and 12, more so like the double digit, right? Since it's a double digit, so that's plus size. But also too, the demand of our plus size community wanted to be represented.
Right.
And I feel like in the fashion world, they was like, oh, okay, we're going to get you your plus size, but it's going to be what we want as plus size. And that's where the 10 and 12 is added on, right?
Right.
Because what's that girl name? Ashley, right?
Oh, the model.
Ashley, yeah. Girl, plus size, well.
She thick.
No, look, I always say this, right? But it don't count to Ashley, but I always say this. Just because you got a big ass, or you got big tits, or you got big thighs, does not mean you're plus size, okay? If it's just concentrated in one area, that don't mean you plus size. You can have a big ass, then you ain't plus size. Or you got big tits, that's it. Nothing else is big on you. You're not plus size, sweetheart. If you're not wearing a size 14, and I'm going to say in women, because you're in plus, that's a whole different thing. If you're not size 14 and women, to me, you're not plus size. Some people probably like, well, that's just me. Like, I don't care. I've been in this business long enough to know what that is. And that's where I just feel like a lot of shit just hit the fan, because it's like you got girls that are size 8, and because they're thick in certain areas, like, oh, I'm plus size. No, ma'am. No, you're not plus size. Like, I legit, and if I find a picture, I'm gonna show you. This girl talking about something, I'm fat, I'm plus size. And it's like, the people from the plus size community like, girl, what are you doing? Like, this is not cool. Like, you're just making
cool
a mockery.
to be part of the plus size community now, because it's the curvy girls and stuff. Everybody want to be Kardashian'd out, whatever.
But what Kardashian get that from? Black people.
Yeah, I think it. You know what? And this is a whole nother subject, but I think it's weird that people who got plastic surgery to look like us, now we're getting plastic surgery to look like them,
like a black person.
When it's our blueprint from the beginning. I think it's all mixed up now with these BBLs and all this stuff.
All you gotta do is squats, get your stomach right, and that's it. Like.
Right, but back in the day, all this plastic surgery wasn't being done by black women.
It wasn't.
But now
it was actually taboo to get plastic surgery.
Yeah,
they be like, what the hell wrong with you? What you need plastic surgery for?
Well, I actually I'm gonna do a video about it, but it's like, is plastic surgery a part of self-care? Because people are like, if you don't like something about yourself and you change it, that's like a thin line of being a part of self-care.
Well, when I was saying that, I was saying like back in the day, right?
Yeah, now that's what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like, okay, with the big tatas, I don't know why I keep talking about breasts, but anyway, I guess when you work at Lane Bryant and you help so many girls with their brows, it's just embedded in your brain. But when you got, I guess in that sense, like if you are heavy chested and it's hurting your back, like medically, like it's hurting you, your body physically, then I would suggest, yeah, go get a breast reduction and a lift. Do that because that can actually probably save your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas
that's true.
Whereas somebody like me, I mean, I just want to lift. I really don't need no extra food, to be honest.
Me neither.
I just want to lift, and or let's say I did want that. I mean, I got boobs, but why I want more boobs? You know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, that's just some internal shit that I got to deal with because I want bigger boobs. Like, who am I trying to impress? Why would I want to get bigger boobs? Is it for me or is it to get attention?
Well, here's the thing. The idea is whether it's for you or for other people, you have the right to change that said thing if you want to change that thing. That's why they're saying that it's like it's like self-care. But I've also read studies, because I don't do nothing else in life but read studies, and is that it's a high percentage of people who regret those surgeries.
Yep. You're right.
They never talk about that, but it's a lot of that. That's why I feel like I'm not against anybody doing anything with their body, but I do suggest that people go through therapy just to figure out if this is what they really want to do. Because it's irreversible. Even if you try to go back, you're never going to look or be the same once you go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can. I don't care what you do with your body, because guess what? I ain't getting paid to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't like growing up and learning stuff. It's just like, if it's not affecting my money, a family not mentally, physically attacking me, why am I caring? Why would I care?
Well, that's you, Candice. But people like Lizzo, who's in the limelight, who 1 minute is happy and then next thing you know she's getting fat shamed. I think they called her a mammy.
Oh,
if they recently called her a mammy.
I feel like you kind of coming for my girl a little bit. I feel like you being shady.
What I'm saying is you are a person that is secure in what you and who you are. She is, but I feel like she's halfway in and halfway out. Like some days she's feeling good about herself, and then some days she really let people get to her. Like I feel. Okay, let me rephrase this.
I don't say, because first of all, somebody call me a mammy, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna
but what I'm saying is, some days she don't let it bother her, and some days she do. And I wish the days that it does bother her, that she don't let people know that it's bothering her, because that's why they keep doing it.
I feel like, again, she's human, and it probably did bother her, but she probably hit her breaking point. Like for me, I'm the type of person, it takes a minute for me to blow up. So if I blow up, it's because you done pushed me to my last limit.
How many times has she blown up and then came back and was like, oh, I was in my feelings? And I think that's what that kind of gets me, because I'm like, if you said what you said, you said what you said. Don't come back and try to appease the people that I guess you feel are following you and you might have offended. If you were offended and you said what you said, fine, but don't come back later like it didn't bother you.
What incident are you talking about?
She always like have like an emotional moment, and then the next day she'd be like, I don't care. Like, what?
Yo, you get up.
I'm not. I love Lizzo. Bro, I support Lizzo. I do, but I feel like the more that she does that, the more people are gonna like poke at her, because they kind of know she's gonna react, kind of like Cardi B. This had nothing to do with Lizzo. Like Cardi B, she do the same thing.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with weight.
Honestly, some of that just goes into play. I mean, she is promoting her music, so I guess with me, I hear you what you're saying, right? But what I don't want you to do is be like, act like she can't have feelings.
Like, no, she's entitled to her feelings. I'm just saying, like, when she gets vulnerable like this, then people know they can poke at her again and poke at her again and poke at her again. And it's almost like you giving life to that. That's to anybody. You know, it's like you give. If a person knows that they can push your buttons, they gonna keep pushing your buttons, and you gonna keep acting accordingly. You know. And
You
if
know
you
what?
if
Right.
she's on the road to self love and self discovery, screw that. Like you said, what you had to say about it a year ago.
Yeah.
Why keep coming against these people? Because they're gonna always have something to say. It doesn't matter what she do, and she's
And
entitled to her
yeah.
feelings. But I feel like when she cries, she giving that shit power. That's how I feel about that.
No, and I had to think about it. I had to use my brain. Okay. I had to use my brain. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. I had to use my brain.
But I love Lizzo, and yes, she does have, she's entitled to her feelings. I love that. I hate
Right.
that people poke fun at people because of the weight that they have. I
Right.
mean,
Or
I
how
feel
they
like,
look.
or how they look, and the one thing that be killing me is the dudes that be fat shaming, and they be fat themselves. So I'm trying to figure
Oh,
that one out.
yo, I'm like, bitch, you was a Burger King, Whopper, Double Mac, Big Mac, whatever, a sandwich away from tipping over, bitch. You about to be on 600 pound, my 600 pound, like whatever the show called. How you gonna call me fat and bitch, you got more titties than me? Or I be hating them dudes, cause I be like, nigga, you probably can breastfeed me, bitch. Like, get the fuck away from me, okay? You let me. I don't hate people, but I hate, like, I don't. Oh, I despise people like that. Like, but again, that just shows that you're not happy with yourself, and I can't help you with that. You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
my own shit to worry about. I can't help that you're miserable, and that's what it comes down to. I just wish people would just, and I know it's easier said than done, but like focus on yourself, love yourself, because if you do that, anything else ain't really gonna phase you like that. It's just gonna be like whatever, and you're not gonna want to project that shit on somebody else.
That's true, but I think that there needs to be a discussion about the fat shame, the fat males that can fat
Yeah,
shame the females, because that puts more pressure on us. So it's okay for them to be big and unhealthy, but it's not okay for the woman to
for
be.
us.
And I feel
Yeah,
like that's an added pressure on us. Even when you look at certain older shows or cartoons, the dad is always big, the wife is
yeah, the
always
mama
little.
skinny. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And
girl,
then they have this
oh, drop
saying for
the gems.
women, it like if remember when that actress from Waiting to Exile, her husband had cheated on her, I don't remember her name,
And she gained weight.
and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, well, that's why he cheated on her, huh? So if he had gained weight and she cheated on him, would she have been right?
Right.
So
No,
I don't like that, because I
I
feel
agree
like
with
this
that.
whole fat phobia, like I feel like the whole definition should have been towards women itself, because men don't go through that same thing.
Okay,
In my opinion, in my
I'm
opinion.
gonna say I'm gonna say this. They go through it, but it's not bad like we do. Of
Right.
course,
It's
women get the
not
brunt of everything,
exactly. Excuse me.
but I get what you're saying, and when you said about the dads being fat, like I ain't think about it till you said that. I'm like, damn, a lot of dads on these TV shows is fat as hell,
It's
and the
socially
wife is skinny as
acceptable.
hell.
Right. It's socially acceptable for a guy to be heavy set more than it is for a
Right.
female. And that's not even color. That's just men, period.
That's just
And
right,
females,
right.
period. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just so many separations when it comes to heavy set. And you're right, people on social media don't make it better. I
They
posted
don't.
on something about the vaccination. Somebody told me I needed to lose weight. What
See?
does wearing masks have to do with
Like,
losing
sir,
weight? What is
I'm talking
that?
about vaccination. What the that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about, I could be talking about the sky is about to fall off. Y'all need to go. It's a tornado coming. Here comes somebody. Well, your fat ass ain't gonna be able to outrun it. Like, what? I'm trying to warn you about something, educate you about something, and you just gonna attack me because I'm fat. Cause you again, phobia. That's that phobia part. You
Right.
don't like fatness on yourself, so you don't want it on nobody else. But you can't control nobody else. You gotta control you.
Right, but why make someone else feel less than to make you feel better, or because I'm
And I
not the
feel like
one
we
you
be
mad
answering
at?
our questions. They fucking miserable. Like, it comes out like you are miserable. I'm sorry your mama didn't love you. I'm sorry your daddy didn't love you. I'm sorry you didn't have nobody to love. Cause honestly, if I didn't have that, you know, tell me what the hell I'd be, right? But we have to really sit down and learn, like, it's nobody's fault, right? We just have to take what we have, again, love ourselves and work what we got. Because that bad energy you're not gonna get nothing from that negative energy. You always gonna be like, dang, I want to do this. Like, I got this. Like, why is nothing good happening to me? Because you always putting out negative energy. If you put positive energy out, guess what? A lot of stuff is gonna happen that you be like, dang, I didn't think that was gonna happen. That good energy.
And that's good advice. That's good advice, and there are people like there's been an increase in suicide amongst, kids because of the bullying. And it's like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, just walk away. Like, don't say anything at all. So, I mean, you're giving good advice.
All the time.
Huh?
No, I'm saying, I know my grandma and my mama say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I was bullied in school for being fat, but that's all you could say about me. And it gets to the point when I get older.
You can't call me ugly.
Right.
Because you can't call me ugly. Where? I wish somebody, I remember in middle school, it'd be like, call me ugly, please. So I can get on you. Come on. I dare you. I double dare you. Call me ugly. Call it. Cause and I got to the point was like, all you can call me is fat. I got better hair than you. I'm prettier than you, and you know it. That's why you calling out my fault that you can see, cause I'm fat. But at the end of the day, and I told somebody this. I was like, yeah, I'm fat. I can change that, but you can't change ugly.
What's wrong with you? But yes,
you can't.
Wish I had took that approach. And maybe I went home crying every day. But my thing is, like, now as I'm older, I did. Now that I'm older,
I cried too, but when I got to middle school, I was fighting people. Actually, 6th grade, and this is because I was bullied, and I took that aggression out on other people.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to middle school, it's like, I think it got worse in high school, but it was like climax. Because it's just like, I'm so sick of y'all calling me fat. Like, I don't do nothing to y'all. Actually, you know what? I remember it was like senior year, and it's crazy because I'm actually kind of cool with these people now, like on social media, child. But I remember these girls used to always pick on me. Always. But all they like, oh, she's fat, And everybody loved my hair. I had dimples, a pretty smile. I was pretty, and I could dress for a big girl. I'm gonna say I can dress. Let's put that, because
you don't gotta add no little.
But that's what they would say, That's what they would say. But it was just, and then also too, I think in high school, I think I had a BMW. It was like a 1999 745i BMW with sunroof and all that. So, oh baby, they was hating hard. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, all they could say was, she's fat, she's fat, she's fat. That's it. And it's just like, I don't do nothing to y'all. I'm actually speak to y'all. I don't bother y'all, but y'all want to sit here and degrade me because of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, I had to remember, and I remember it's so crazy because a lot of people tell you this stuff, but you don't really like sit and think about it until, I guess, you just in your thoughts, I guess. I don't know. But they always say it's not about you, it's about them. So somebody picking on you or coming at you, it ain't even you, baby. It's them and their faults. So, and I used to hear that all the time. I'm just like, whatever. But when I got older, like, and I really thought about it, I was like, oh, okay, I see what they mean now. Like, because who I am in my life and who I am, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might feel like they're not like that and they hating, so they're going to attack me for that. Because it's something they want. They want good hair. They want dimples. Something that they don't have that I have. And it's just like attack.
That's a good perspective. That actually is. I wish I knew that in school because I used to cry. But I like when
and they probably like,
yeah.
I'm just like, and for you, it's probably like, because you're pretty, you have beautiful hair, and don't let them be dark skinned because you light skinned. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They probably was like, dang,
my bully was dark skinned. To be honest with you, my bully was dark skinned. Yeah. My bully was dark skinned.
She probably like, and and I hate to say say this, but the dark skinned people get it the worst. Not saying that they justified in what they're doing, or anybody at that, but being dark skinned is hard. And it's funny because somebody told me I wasn't even dark skinned.
That's so subjective. That's so subjective.
I was like, what the am I then? Because I'm not light. What am I? Brown? Like I'm in the middle? Like help me out. I'm like, okay, so I'm not dark. So what am I? I'm just here.
Just another way to divide and to make you feel away. Because I mean, people get on me for being light, but you've seen my mother. I was gonna be light skinned, so it's nothing I can do.
No,
I mean, the reason why I'm a little burnt out is because of the sun.
Look, you see TT.
Yeah.
You see TT, you be like, oh, I see.
Right, and so the sun, you know, in the summertime I get a little color, so I'm liking my little color, but in the wintertime it's gone. You know,
right. And it's crazy. I get lighter too. But like right now, I do look borderline dark skin, but when it get a little cold, be like, oh, you ain't dark skin no more.
Yeah, so
like,
I mean,
but I'm just black.
But once again, that's nothing I can do about that. I think what made me not care anymore about the fat statements was just, that's all you can say about me, and that don't hurt that bad because I come on so fat. So you're not saying something about me that I don't say about myself. And so when people say that in my mind, I'm like, because that's all you got on me. You don't know anything else about me. So all you can do is talk about the outer.
Because I'll do shit to you. Can't say I stink because I smell good. I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to learn. It's like, that's all you're gonna say. And I think at one point I was like, that's all you can say is because I'm fat. That's it. But I got a plethora of things to say about you, myself. Like I be going in. Like sometimes I'll be like, Candice, what?
But you always been like that though. You always been super confident. Like even as a kid, I'm like, don't nothing break this kid. Just be
at the moment I don't have confidence. Like
I've not seen it.
I think that's just like a defense mechanism because I've had to fight. Honestly, I hate to say this,
all my life.
I had to fight my daddy, my brother, but I get him dead. Let me stop. No, but for real, I feel like majority of my life I had to fight and defend myself. So a good defense mechanism was, well, a lot of times either I talk about you before you can talk about me, or I talk about myself before you can talk about me, right? And I think maybe that just boosts up the perception of me being confident. Because there's some days I'm just like, I'm gonna put it out. I hate my stomach. I hate it. Honestly, this is the biggest I've ever been in my life, right? I've never been this big. And the stomach, I hate it. But it's like, girl, you hate it and do something about it. And then I don't do nothing about it. So let me shut my ass up.
I was about to say, then what happened? Because I have those moments too, and I'll be like,
but that comes with discipline, and I feel like I just gotta learn discipline because it's crazy. It's just crazy because I know I can work out because I've done it, right? And I was consistent, but the discipline part, that's the part that is gonna be hard. Now, and it's crazy because like ever since I can remember, I played sports. I was in soccer, I did tennis, I did volleyball, I did basketball, and I'm still
But you was healthy because you was moving around.
But a lot comes to play with what you eat, right? So that comes to that, and knowing your body and what works for your body. So I mean, we can lose weight, and we're gonna talk about that off camera. But anyway.
Yeah, we can, but I just don't want people who is like the listeners, like that's trying to lose weight to let outside influences like stop them, deter them, like keep going. You're beautiful just the way you are, even if you never lose a pound. And when you figure out your why, I think that helps you with the weight loss too. Like, because I want to be healthy. Like, make sure you want to lose weight for you and not to be
and nobody
else, or not for your husband to stay with you. No, because people gonna love you for you anyway.
Regardless.
So if they don't, that's not your circle.
No, when he was like, I want to basically encourage my listeners, I was like, oh, I forgot what this is.
You think we on the phone?
I forgot. Look. Oh, yes. This is for
Oh, God.
My bad, y'all. Look. Everything she said is correct.
You're like your listeners, though. Who are those?
I'm like, oh, you do got listeners. Oh, this is my podcast, you idiot.
Oh,
anyway,
Lord. This is my cousin.
But no, for real. That's how you know I'm zoned out. Okay, but no, for real. But you're right. Like, and that's why I had to tell myself too, like, I'm doing this because I want to be healthy. I want to live longer. You know, excuse my language, it's gonna come and go. That's just it. They're gonna come, whether you're fat or not. You know, somebody out there for you, but do it because you want to do it, and do it for yourself. Because once you do it for somebody else, it's just not gonna feel right.
Right.
It's just not gonna feel right at all.
And
so,
don't
yeah,
don't let people words like
words. What's that saying? Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words may not hurt.
And that is inaccurate, because sometimes I can remember what somebody said to me versus somebody that is like hit me or something, or like words sting. They sting.
They do.
They replay in your mind over and over again. Especially in this subject, it's like you feel like you're not worthy, like you're not beautiful. That's why I always tell people self-validate.
Yeah, I just want to say
it is so
important.
And
love yourself.
Self-validate, right? You know,
if you love yourself, them words is not gonna matter at all, because you know who you are.
Exactly.
Like, anybody can say anything, but you know who you are. God, I don't know everybody's spiritual, but the Lord Jesus Savior Christ know who you are.
Right.
The universe know who you are for those spiritual people. So that's all that matters, because at the end of the day, you're living for yourself and nobody else.
Right. And really, all they're saying is you're fat. And is that the worst thing somebody could possibly say to you?
I mean,
when you think about it in hindsight, is that the worst thing somebody can say to you? I can think of so many other things that you could call me.
You calling me a bitch, I'm finna fight you.
Well, that seems to be the moniker now. Like, hey bitch.
Well, if I don't know you, like you know when somebody calling you, you know, you don't know this person and y'all going back and forth, bitch. Okay, yeah. You can go there.
Yeah, but me and my friends never use that word so casually. Like, just the fact that it's a friendly thing is kind of like, what?
Well, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I be doing it too, but it be slipping. But
well, it's a generation thing. I'm a generation over you. You're not even 30.
Oh,
are you 30?
I'll be 31 this year.
I'm 7 years older than you.
Ooh, whoop-de-doo.
I was doing a lot when you were here. I was 7.
What you was doing?
Walking to school by myself, getting on a school bus. Matter of fact, I was walking. You weren't even doing that. I was talking.
I feel very attacked.
Second grade, I knew how to read.
It be your own family, dog. It be your own family.
I knew how to read. I knew how to count.
Oh, I knew how to read too. I just didn't know how to say the word.
You ain't know how to read when you was born. You talking about what I knew how to do 7 years ahead of you.
What I do. You know what God had for me.
I know you weren't reading. I can tell you that.
God, you get on my nerves. I love you though, but you just digging.
You started it.
You started on something the generation different.
I am generation ahead of you. I promise you, we got
generations was like 10 years.
Dude, what year were you born?
1990.
I promise you, we a different one. Let me see. Generation.
Man.
Don't make me Google for 19.
I'm about to Google too. I got.
So your generation is called Generation Z. I was born 1983. I'm a Generation Y. We are not the same generation.
Oh my God. Hold on.
They talking about an exennial. I am not one of them, but they keep saying I am. Millennials. I'm not a millennial, but they're saying I'm a millennial.
Wait,
I feel
Generation
like a
X.
millennial, huh?
Hold on. You said Generation Z. But see, okay. See, I'm reading something where it says that we're millennials from 1981 to 1996.
I'm sorry. Are your ears not working? I'm not a millennial.
1981 to 1996?
No, I'm not a millennial.
What, you say you were born 1983, right?
I know what you're saying and I know what you're reading, but I'd rather say I'm generation. I'm not a millennial. I don't have those millennial traits. I'm that other one.
Well, okay, what do you mean by traits? Because now I feel very attacked.
Why do you feel attacked? I'm just saying we're not as relaxed as you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still kind of 8 to 5. So. Gotta work. Gotta stay busy.
I don't.
We don't know about. Wait. I'm not done. We're not that technological advanced. Like we know about like mailing letters and stuff. We're kind of like in the midst of old school and technology. Nothing against the millennials. We're just kind of on the beginning of the spectrum, which means we don't have all of that. We don't know about all that access and stuff like y'all do. We're a thin line between mailing a letter at the post office and sending an email when it takes.
So am I. Like, it's a lot of stuff.
What's the last time you went to the post office?
It was last month. I mailed stuff.
I went to the post office today.
Well, you probably mailed more stuff than me. Okay, because right now you're giving me like old lady vibes, and I'm like you making it seem like you was born in 1973 and not damn 83. Girl, first of all, and I think you're getting confused with the people like born in 2000 and down, because that's the generation that's all technology. And that's not trying to work a 9 to 5. Like they trying to get it on their own.
They are getting it on their own. They making more than us before they 21.
Not all of them, but I hear what you're saying.
Majority of them, and I'm hating.
I'm hating too, because bitch, I don't want to be working either. But see what I'm saying? I just called you a bitch, but not like. But I didn't mean it in a harmful way. But anyway,
you see what happened? Verbally attacked on my own show.
I mean, I'm not trying to verbally attack you. I guess I feel very attacked. But no, I mean, I know you don't mean no harm by it. But no, I feel like, okay, because I can only speak for 1990 babies, right? Like, a lot of stuff that y'all experience, we experience too. It's just, we kind of got, like, how y'all got to experience the internet stuff. We were just learning that too. Like, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we kind of learn some of the same stuff with the new technology at the same time,
but not.
Yes, when
we didn't have email with me until my senior year of high school. You were probably taking like computer school in like middle school. Email was invented while I was in high school.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
exactly what I'm saying, but. Yes, I grew up and learning that, but you learn it too. Like it's not like I was born and it was already created.
Fair enough. Let's see what year was email?
See, now you got me doing research and stuff. See, feel like I'm a
but this ain't live. People be like, what are they on?
When
1978. Okay, it was not. Why? So when was it available for everyone? Don't come at me.
I didn't do nothing.
I don't like his face. So, okay, when the internet went live in 1991, email was primarily used by universities or for corporate communications. On July 4th, 1996, Hotmail, which I did have, launched the first free web-based email service. So 1996, you were 6 years old. So I promise you, in middle school, y'all had computer class.
I'm not saying we did not. I'm not saying that you're wrong in that. What I'm saying is we still learned the same thing. Of course, you were older, but I still had to learn it too.
That's true. Now we're getting into ageism. Because now you feel like you 5 years old, and I'm like, I feel like I'm 80.
I don't like this because first of all, I'll put this disclaimer out here. I love my cousin. The best. Okay, so ain't no hate over here, right? So don't be spreading no rumors because I'm gonna come after you. Okay, because I love my cousin. This is just how we talk.
Yes. What are we talking about?
I feel right now.
We start talking about ageism. Email.
Right. I mean, this is the show that we just talk about whatever we want, and the next one is gonna be centered around something. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, this was kind of centered around something.
Oh, I thought you said okay. See, I thought you was like, oh, this one just gone.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can, but I thought that this was censored. I mean, I guess I could have had questions about fatphobia, but I feel like I feel like I live it, so I have any questions. I mean, because somebody always got something to say, even in your family. The first thing, even with grandma, first thing she has to say, God rest her soul, is something about my weight. Like, I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
so you kind of have to grow up and not care about the words. That's my point.
It's just crazy because I love my grandma and your grandma and our uncles, but they were fat too.
That was my thing. You were fat.
They were plump as hell, and when they got older and couldn't eat, they got skinny.
But they called us fat our whole life, and I'm like, that is why I have an issue with fat people calling fat people fat.
Like, grandma, did you not see how you were big, sweetheart? But I didn't do that because I respect my grandma. But now I be like, grandma, you was big too. Y'all all was big. Y'all was some houses, okay? Y'all was huge.
But they always want to talk stuff about, and you know what? That's like a conversation too, because you grow up in a family with like seniors that say whatever they want, and then you go out in the world and you're just like, oh my God, can I get away with that? Like,
can I breathe?
Yeah, you could think about it in that way, or you could think about it in the sense of, well, I mean, if I took it from them, somebody I'm not related to, cares? Like, right? Like, that's what I ended up doing, because I was just like, my grandma told me that yesterday. I don't care.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Because on my dad's side, my grandma, she was tall and big. Everybody like, oh, you look like mud, whatever. But on that side, they used to get at me all the time, and I was a kid, so I couldn't do nothing. Oh, but the moment I grew up, sweetheart,
she always want to fight.
Oh, you think they call me fat again? I cussed them clean out. Cause I remember when the movie Precious came out. For every $1 that somebody said I look like Gabby, I'm calling Gabby. She's not an ugly girl, but for every $1, I would be rich.
Somebody said you look like Precious. Let me look up Precious.
My cousin was like, you know that girl that played in Precious? I'm like, mm-hmm. And it's just like, why? It's like, and it's crazy because my other cousin,
you don't look nothing like her though.
It's because the fat cheeks, and again, this all comes.
And she's a pretty girl, but y'all don't look nothing alike.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I don't know, cousin. Y'all kind of got the same nose. Y'all kind of got the same nose, though. I'm looking at her right now.
It's the fat cheeks, because a lot of people say I look like Monique, which I mean I don't care about that, but I don't really care about it. But it's just the fact that just because I have fat cheeks don't mean I look like somebody else.
So y'all got the same nose. I don't agree with the cheeks. I agree with maybe the cheeks.
No, my cheeks might not be as fat. I don't know. But
y'all got the same nose. I do agree with that.
But it's just like dang, and like you said, my cousins on my dad's side, my older cousins, they will always try to crack fat jokes, and it's like, girl, you're fat too. What are you joking? But I couldn't say nothing because again I was young. Oh, but baby, they talk crazy to me. I cussed them clean out, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I don't talk to kids like that no more. Put some respect on my name, okay? But yeah, the grandmas, because I got it from both grandmas, and my I call her Mud. She be like, when you gonna lose weight? I'm like, grandma, you're big too. But then again, also too, and I'm thinking about it, a lot of times them telling us that maybe is they were trying to help us because they know how it is to be heavy set and the complications that came.
Yeah. But
so,
and I feel like their parents might have did that to them.
Yeah, they probably did.
But then when I
'Cause I
lost weight,
heard,
grandma got on me a lot too.
I heard he wasn't really nice.
Oh, he wasn't.
That's what I heard. Okay, see, I ain't finna divulging family rumors and stuff, so we're gonna get off this topic because I don't want
Yeah.
no. I don't want mama say, I just seen the video. What you talking about? What you talking?
I'ma
Yeah, I
edit
don't
it
want
out.
that.
They won't ever know.
I mean, I don't care what you do because guess what? I'm grown. I do what I want.
I know you do
Don't
what
tell
you
mama
want.
that
We
though.
ain't trying to upset the
Don't.
family because you want to talk about
Oh, I
granddaddy.
mean, first of all, if you, don't get me started on family because that's a whole nother topic.
But grandma loved her daddy though. Like I remember her daddy used to keep coming to
yeah, I'm
Chicago.
not. What? Okay, I'm not saying maybe not towards them, but I
Well,
just
Uncle
my
Bubba
mom told
wasn't
me
the nice. I
stories.
don't think any of them were really nice per se. I think your grandma was the nicest one.
Yeah, to y'all. It's like,
Your
but
grandma
now,
was super nice. She always had jokes and stuff.
yeah, that's where I get it from. God rest her soul. I miss that
Yeah.
lady. But
Let me
yeah,
get
so
Precious off my screen. You don't look nothing like that.
oh, okay. See, Renee, you got TT humor. I swear to God, you do.
But hey, I know you said you worked at Lane Bryant, but do you know that she was the first exclusive plus size retailer?
Yeah,
Oh, of course you knew that. She made
duh. Like
custom
God, we
lingerie.
had to know stuff like that,
I
girl.
didn't know Lane Bryant was the first.
Yeah, Ashley Stewart didn't come to later on. Avenue didn't come to later on. Lane Bryant was the first on the map, sweetheart.
I did not know that. I did not know
Yeah,
that.
so Lane Bryant been out for a minute, and I wish they would get with the times because some of that stuff was ugly. But anyway, yeah. So
Well, my whole thing is I feel like the fashion industry only extended to the plus size community for because of money, to make more money. I don't think it was to really accentuate our shapes. It's like you either,
yeah,
hop on the train or get left type deal.
but it's crazy because again, this go back to that the plus size civil war and what they're fighting about, inclusion for bigger people, right? Let's not stop at 4X, which is really probably 3 or 2X in some online stores. Expand to the 7X, 8X and up because people are out there to buy clothes. Like they will pay the money to purchase because they need clothes.
Right.
So and that's what mainly the fight is about. Is like you got these. I hate you know what I'm saying this. These small fats who have the privilege and actually the means to create a actual brand or a clothing line, and you actually got that leverage to expand, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? Or you go with somebody that stole your idea, and now you collab with them. But before that, you were expanding past 4X. You were doing that, but now that you with this particular brand, you're only doing their sizes, which is not really true to size.
Right.
So they just want people to have clothes and be cute in clothes. That's all it is. Just include everybody else too. Like people will pay for that. Like trust me, working at Lane Bryant, they might complain about it, but them fat girls gonna buy their clothes.
Well, cousin, this has been interesting. I can't wait for our next one. I don't even know what the subject's gonna be because we're gonna go.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Go
it's
off
gonna
subject
be.
anyway.
You probably right, but I'm gonna try to stay on topic.
No, I like to get off topic too. I think this was a well-needed conversation because fat has such a negative connotation when all it means is above a weight that was constructed by somebody. Like it's still based on opinion.
What's the real definition of fat? Let me look that up.
Let me look that up. Let's see.
What does fat mean?
A natural, oily, or greasy substance occurring in animal bodies, especially when deposited as a layer under the skin or around certain organs. Adjective is having a large amount of excess flesh. It's just overweight, and all it is a pound. I don't understand why such physical traits, sexuality, color, all of this stuff is used to judge or decide if you want this person in your life or not. Like, whatever happened to personality, character, integrity,
And going
things
off of
like
energy and
that.
vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why does it always have to be things that are really either out of your control or none of your business?
Oh,
Because sexuality is really none of your business.
I think we need to talk about sexuality next time.
Okay, let's get into
And we need to
it.
add somebody. And I mean, I know somebody who is a part of the LGBT community that I could bring in, and maybe we could find get a trans person, and let's have a full blown discussion. You know, like two. I hate to say this, but two straight people.
That would be us. We'd be cisgender,
right? With the straight people, and then the two people in the community. I hate saying that, but just to talk about it, right? Because. And I guess this is like an intro to the next topic. Okay, I'm you know, projecting it. So, because this whole situation, like with the baby and Boosie, it's just bothering me because it's like, why do you care what a man does with his mouth? If he's gonna suck another dick, let him do that. Are you mad that it's not your? Because at that point, I'm gonna think, you want to come out? You need help coming out. Do you need to talk to somebody? Because the only time I'm gonna get mad at you for messing with somebody is because you ain't doing it to me, or you was doing it to me and now you're not. Now I'm pissed. So what's tea? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's another thing to make somebody feel. I think everyone is feeling a way about them. Not everyone, but some people be feeling a way about themselves, and so they pick at a group to make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sexuality is used in that same way. However, it's this big debate now that there's heterophobia. I don't think I'm saying the term right.
First of all,
that's a thing. They're saying that's a thing.
Well, ain't nobody afraid to be straight. And then that's some bullshit.
Well, no. What that is the point of that is, like, heterosexuals believe that, you know, that the gay community can say whatever they want about us, but we have to walk on eggshells around them.
That's not even true. But see, okay,
but that's what's out there now. That's
but let's be very clear. It's very rare that gay people are talking, like, really having a mouthpiece about what straight people do. Because 9 times out of 10 they don't give a damn. The issue is that people are upset that people are actually living their lives and they're happy about it, and either they, again, are battling something with themselves. And I've seen this firsthand. Okay, see, now we finna go into the whole topic. I'm gonna say that for the next conversation, because it like, I just feel like if you worried about that, you got something in you that either want to try it, or maybe you got molested or something, you know what I'm saying? So you're projecting that. But it's like, don't say you don't care when you do.
Right.
Because guess what? I don't care if another woman is doing what she doing with another woman. That, I don't care about that.
Right, but then there are some that do. But people just feel like heterosexuals get to walk on eggshells on anything we say, even if it's something just random or a character, it's taken as being homophobic, and everything somebody says isn't homophobic. And how that came about was what is her name that nobody likes her? Candice Owens, I think is her name.
Oh God.
And she had,
I'm mad she got my name.
She had this back and forth with a trans woman, and you know, the lady was just saying, you know, pretty much you're ignorant or whatever. She was talking about the vaccine or whatever, and somehow she was like, well, Candice, you're delusional. And then Candice went into a whole thing of, well, you're calling me delusional, you think you're da-da-da-da. And then and everybody was like, it was homophobic. But then after they got through with the conversation, they both were making points, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, why does it always have to go that somebody's homophobic because they have a different opinion about something? Here's the thing about all minorities and all different stuff. Everybody's not going to agree with your lifestyle. Just like we're talking about fatphobia, everybody's not going to agree with you being fat. Does that make you a certain that make you judgmental, yeah, but that's it. But yet and still, we're all entitled to our opinion. My point is, keep it to yourself.
At the end of the day, keep that shit to yourself. I don't care. It ain't
Right.
bringing me no money, so I don't care. It's not making me
Exactly.
wealthy. I don't care. Leave me alone. Stop the press. But okay,
But
but
we
that
can
kid
have a
always,
respectful conversation about our differences. I don't never have to
yeah,
understand it or like what you do, but here's the thing: I'm gonna respect you as a person,
as a
whether
person,
I
thank
agree
you.
with your decisions or
Or
not. You want
not.
to be fat, you want to be gay, you want to be whatever. I don't care. That's your
Hell,
life.
you want to worship Satan? You can do that.
That's your
I'm gonna
soul.
pray for you.
Well, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna
I'm
pray
gonna
for you.
pray for you. But you can worship Satan now you want to. Just don't drag me in that shit.
Exactly. So I think that everybody's missing the point of, well, will you accept me for who I am? We technically don't have to accept
We don't,
anybody
and
for who
you,
they are. We don't.
you just hit the nail on the
We
coffin.
just owe each other
Everybody want to
respect.
be accepted by other people that don't matter.
Right. And we only owe each other respect. In ethics, that's what I feel.
Respect.
We
That's
owe each other is
it.
respect. That's it. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. But we could coexist.
Exactly. I mean, try see.
That's just how I feel. Live your life. Be your own guy.
Be just be you.
Just be you.
Be
Be you
you.
and don't let
Like,
outside people make you feel less than who you
dictate
are.
that. Right.
Yeah. Know
Child.
who you are. Once you know who you are, can't nobody redefine you anyway. Once you sit
Nope.
and you really solid in who you are as a person, and you're
Right.
solid in
And
your choices that you've made, can't nobody make you feel opposite or different about who you are because you know who you are. And that's
exactly.
why it's important. I hate to be a record, but self-validate. It's all important to learn about you.
Right.
So anyway, so yeah, I think that'll be good if we can get a panel going for the next show. I think that'll be really well, and I'll have some solid questions because or we could just be random. I don't know.
Well, no, get your questions out because I feel like this would be an educational piece on people knowing what it is and understanding it. Because honestly, a lot of the stuff is just you don't know what it is, so you just being ignorant about it. You're not educating yourself because you don't want to, you know, and you just don't know it to understand. But I'm not knowing it to like do what they do. I'm just knowing to understand so I can respect you just how I want you to respect me.
Exactly. And I think that some people get a little and I feel the same way. Like I feel like I have to be careful when I talk to the trans community because I don't know all those terms. I don't want to offend. And some of them are so on the edge mad, and I can't blame them because the way
Right.
people be talking about them. So even if you're just trying to just ask a question, it may sound offensive because you don't know how many times they've been offended before they got to you.
Right.
So
Right.
so it's like
yeah.
you don't want to add to that offense. So people just don't ask questions because they're on the edge. But I kind of get why that group is on the edge. Do you see social media?
Yeah. But that I feel like we definitely need to tap into that because I'm gonna say this too, and I'll go into depth in the next video. But I just really hate when the straight people saying that the gays are trying to affect the kids, and it's like, no, that's not true. If anything, we need to have kids from these so-called straight people because they're the ones molesting.
That's a real deep conversation.
I know.
I honestly think that like they want to teach about the different communities in kindergarten. And maybe people will take this the wrong way, but I don't think sexuality, straight, gay, whatever, should be impressed on
right. I agree.
not on females.
Like, that shouldn't even come to play maybe until like 6th grade.
That's how I feel. I understand we want to do the inclusive, but we can do that later. I feel like 5-year-olds and 6.
They're just trying to be kids. They trying to learn themselves.
Right, and then people, I think Disney had a cartoon now where it's two males kissing, and I'm just they were like, well, what's the difference between? I don't really think I want my kids seeing the female and the male kissing. I don't understand.
I don't want to see a male and a female kissing because you shouldn't be looking at that as
the
a
kindergarten,
kid.
no. I just feel like none of that. The kids shouldn't
be learning how to touch body parts, none of that stuff.
Right, because they're impressionable. You know what I'm saying? And exactly. I don't think that I should have been watching Cinderella kissing the prince at a young. I don't think I should have been watching that because then I'm in a castle. I'm waiting on the prince to come and kiss me. Why I want to be kissed at 5 years old? Look, it's all inappropriate.
I shouldn't have been watching Booty Call. Okay.
First of all, that's not a Disney cartoon. You done took.
I know, but I'm just saying, like
that was inappropriate.
Watch stuff like that, like leave me alone.
I'm talking about Cinderella. You talking about an actual?
I know, right?
About sex for adults.
I'm sorry, I'm the one that's gonna be off. Everybody doing the apples, and I'm doing the mango. Like I'm gonna be the off one.
We're not supposed to be watching.
He was like, "No, baby, we're talking about Disney." Oops.
Cinderella was in my age range.
Right. But I mean, okay, let's be real, like around that age, I mean the movie was out. You saw, when you not with your parents and with your cousins and stuff, you watch a lot of stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, because I used to watch Tales from the Crypt and it had like the little news scene.
Ooh, child, that's
all right. I did used to watch stuff that wasn't my age when my mom went to sleep.
But also, I mean, that's a lot with the children because it goes into parenting. How you parenting your child and stuff, so that's another layer too. So yeah, we gonna get into that though.
Okay, well,
but I do agree. Oh, but back to the cartoon. But yeah, I agree because Jasmine and Aladdin were kissing and stuff, you know. So.
That's an appropriate show that you saw.
I love Aladdin. I love Aladdin.
Unbelievable. I don't even know the words. Indescribable feeling.
I ain't gonna even start because I won't shut up. Oh no, I don't you dare close your
eyes. A dazzling place I never knew.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
He wasn't lying though. Oh, rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Man. It just breaks my heart.
Man, that breaks my heart.
Like, I grew up with this man, Mr. Doubtfire, Hook, all that stuff. Blubber. What was it? Flubber.
I want to say it was Flubber. You know I'm gonna go
Flubber.
To the
Google.
It was
Flubber.
It was Flubber. Don't come for me. It was Flubber. We should probably talk about that too, like unhappiness and ways to not. I don't know.
Yeah, we could talk like that'd be another subject.
That's a whole nother subject too. Yeah, depression.
I can talk about that because
me too.
That stuff is real.
I still battle with that.
Right, but I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm not, because I've been suicidal a lot. Right, there's been days like, why am I here?
Yeah.
What is my purpose? But I had to tell myself, you do have a purpose, so don't ever think you're not supposed to be here.
Amen.
So trying to like hurt myself like in that way, I don't do that no more because it's the reason why I'm here. I just gotta thug it out because it's gonna come. Like you're being shaped for whatever you're supposed to do. It's like you're getting molded, right?
Yep.
To experience it. Because if you're not molded to what you're supposed to be and you get it, you might lose it and never can get it back.
That's facts. That's wisdom right there, cousin. You done got deep. Why are you laughing? I'm dead.
I know, but it's just the way you say you done got deep.
You did. And see, yeah, so look, I know our parents gonna be listening to this like, they're so off subject.
Like we didn't get it from them. Come on now.
Right. Well, Candice, this has been a pleasure.
I know. It took us a minute to get to the mountaintop, but we made it, child.
We made it.
Okay?
Well, now you know
We
the
made
point
it.
meant to you. She got like 50 million tablets that we had to go
Oh,
through
don't do me, baby. Don't do me.
before
Don't do
we
me.
could get this.
Don't do me. I only got 2 tablets, so don't even do that. She's trying. You see how? Okay, see, I'm minding my own business, being in my own skin, and she gonna come at me. It be your own family. I ain't say nothing. See, I ain't say nothing about you pulling your hair out and playing with your damn hair strand. I ain't say nothing about that.
Oh, I did just do that. Why
Yes,
you
you
call-
did. I was like,
Because it's sitting up on the camera, and I'm like, what is that?
your hair is pretty.
Thank you.
Your
And my
hair.
little eczema, I'm like,
Okay, see, I didn't even know all that.
we need to have an esthetician on here.
My best friend is in esthetician school. So I can ask her to come. She would love to do that.
That'd be nice to talk about skin.
Yeah, she would love to do that. She's in esthetician school now, and it's crazy because honestly though, she always was like into makeup and stuff. But now that she's doing that, I'm like, girl, I guess that's good for my face. And look, she be acting like she's tired of it. But if I bought something, she's like, why are you using this on your face? You know you should have asked me before you bought this. Okay.
Okay, cousin. Well, this has just been a great time.
Where did that come
This is
from?
her idea of an ending. That face.
She said, okay, cousin, this is a great time.
I'm editing. I mean,
Look. Okay. I'm happy, I guess. Every time I do that, I'm like, y'all, my cousin be so happy. She be like, oh my God.
You're making this so hard to end. Okay, listeners.
Okay, right. Okay.
Okay, listeners. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments, please just put them in the comment box. And if you
be nice.
That's true. If you've experienced fatphobia or
because I will come for you.
She will. Or anyone that made you feel less than or anything, let us know your experiences. If there's a topic that you want us to talk about, let us know about that.
Right. Well. In our cousin chat.
You know what? I'm done with the formal endings. I do want you all to be your own kind. Don't forget to be kind.
Come on, be your own kind.
Be kind to each other and to be kind to yourself.
Oh, my bad. That was your ending. Okay, got it, girl. My bad. That was for you.
And I'm keeping this in. I'm not editing this part out.
No, don't edit that. But I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't interrupt. I thought you was about to say something. That's why I stopped. Bye, y'all.
Peace and love. God bless y'all.